Hi everybody, something slightly different here. As I'm approaching 100k subscribers, I am looking backwards and thinking about the past 10 years or so. And I found this the other day under the bed and was like, oh my god, this looks like a box of memory lane. So I thought I'd do a video and go through it. We should probably start here though, because a lot of this stuff is also YouTube related. I'm sure you'll recognise this from the background of the Q&As in my office. So where should we start? Yeah, that one's a more recent one that probably British made for me. You can actually buy these laser engraved DRZs on the 1810 website, link in the description. Fisher Boy made me that absolutely years ago. This is an electric vape pipe that someone sent me back when I was doing the Q&A. This bike was sent to me by Suzuki. I'm not kidding, it really was. It's the only bike they've ever given me. I think you all know that's a Smarter Everyday baseball, and I did get one of the signed ones. Absolutely awesome channel, Smarter Everyday, if you don't watch it. I once made a video years ago talking about saying how I'd like a golden toilet and I don't own one, or someone 3D printed me a golden toilet. Now I'm going to have to apologise here. I don't know if I can remember who sent me what over the years. I have inklings, but I don't want to say it's one person when it's not. So just know I'm very thankful to every person that became part of this story. And I'm sorry that I may not remember names at this point, but as you can imagine, I meet thousands of people. Anyway, yeah, golden toilet. I think that person also sent me this little K9. This is 3D printed. These were the first 3D printed things I think I ever held, or owned at least. And we got some old failures from the metalworks when I was doing resin casting. Bismuth from the bismuth videos. The bismuth Raptor claw I made in a video. The YouTube 78,000 subscriber play button, because no one else has got one of those. I made that in a video. This drone blade reminds me of crashing my drone into a dog turd. I'm not kidding, that again is a video. That's the first front sprocket off the DRZ. Just kept it for, you know, posterity. There's a Spice 110 Slate Coaster, also available from 1810. Links in the description. That is just something I practice cut with my plasma cut for the first time and just basically stayed here ever since. That is a Formula 1 wheel nut, which I bought at the Festival of Speed. These were sent to me by, I want to say it was Mr. Flash, but I'm not entirely sure. This is a thing to put in a trolley, so you don't have to use a pound coin. And this is the man with big boots, which refers to a part of a fighter jet that I have. This thing, I actually have an entire video on this, which was incredibly interesting and never got as many views as it should have done. But yeah, that's what that is, as you can see. Moving along, this is the original bore and piston out of the DRZ. Can I get this out? Yeah, I can. Oh, as you can see. Yeah. Seen better days. Then there is this dice, which is from a video called The Most Annoying Object on Earth. Then there's some welded keychain designs that I've done in the past here. Here is the... Oh yeah, you know my nuts went missing? I'm not joking, this is a real thing. The Spicy Hunt, the playlist on my channel, set of nuts that were being taken by vlogger to vlogger around the country, went missing for a long time. COVID happened, like, stuff went on forever. They're back. They were found, or at least they knew where they were, and they have now been continued on their journey. And they look something like these. This is one of my nuts. It's only the other nut that's out there in the wild. This is the gear out of a Red Bull Racing Formula 1 car somewhere in the system. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, you've seen most of that stuff kind of in the background through all the Q&As and stuff. And as always, I also mentioned in a recent Q&A, ignore the sort of scruffiness. I've been busy for a long time, and well, when you're self-employed, it doesn't matter what you look like. But anyway, this is the box full of stuff. And as I say, everything was put in here as a memento to remember a particularly poignant moment or day. And it is full of stuff. I don't fully remember what's in here. I kind of had a cursory glance at it last night and was just like, wow, I didn't even know I had all this still. So without further ado, and at a completely random order, I'm just going to go through what is in this box. I may even throw some of this away once I get through the bottom of it. But there are things I'm going to always keep. The first one is this. Do any of you remember this? That's another point, actually. I wonder how many of you these days will know anything about the old stuff from a few years ago, because it seems like so many of my subscribers now, well, I suppose it makes sense when the channel grows, more recent and don't know anything about all the old stuff we did back in the day. But anyway, RV Panda, there was someone who came to one of the meets. This would have been one of the second or third Sausage Fest we did, where in the previous year people were taking the mick out of the key for the DRZ, saying it was really, really small because there was like a key measuring contest going on and everyone was just like teaming up, proving how big their key was. Well, the following year, I went there with the biggest key on the block. American flags. Oh God, see, that's an entire like joke that's just not there anymore because it's just been so long. This is in the early days of when you know, motovlogging was taking off, and because I was friends with some American motovloggers like Jake, and I was more like some of the American vloggers maybe than the UK vloggers. People were like, you want to be an American, so as a joke I ended up Americanizing up my bike. That's what, and Ginger Biker 82 made these, so that was from one of the meets. But I had that on my bike when someone tried to run me off the road. Maybe that's why he tried to run me off the road, because I had an American flag. I never did know. Talking American flags, these are the flags from the Independence Day joke videos I made, like the Cecil Pompous ones. Something on the 4th, I can't remember. As I say, maybe this is only interesting to me, but it might take you down memory lane and make you realise how long it's been. It's like been over 10 years at this point. And I'm so close to 100k, it's amazing. Do you remember the zombie video? Where I covered myself in blood, and I even walked through a Tesco's covered in blood and no one noticed. Admittedly it was around Halloween, but still, not an eyelid was battered, and that proved something to me about the UK public. I mean, look, this has still got fake blood on it. That is Betty's mudguard from one of the crashes I had many years ago. Don't know, but yeah, it's a bit of it. There is a white link receipt from the 16th of January 2012 at 9:02 AM. This was when I went to the Isle of Wight for the Isle of Wight trip to see Furious. Can't even remember the number from his username because he stopped years ago. But Furious, I still talk to him. He's doing very well in life. If anyone's wondering, like, he's doing absolutely fine in life, enjoying it. It's just not doing YouTube anymore. But yeah, it's so old it's faded away to almost nothing. 33 quid. Okay, these are just some old tax discs. Another ticket. This is from the Goodwood Festival of Speed when I went to the Festival of Speed. And that was, what year was that? It's not even, in what year, I can't read it. It says it right there in massive writing. It's in 2016. Wow, was it that long ago I last went? It's insane. That's just an old light bulb. There is one of the original grips off of Betty. I don't know if you remember these. That's one of the DR's original grips. I don't know why I have this. I honestly don't. There's half of Jake the Garden Snake's license plate. In fact, that should stay out on display. There's also a video connected to that. Oh my God, it's the original tank pads off of Divi. I have no idea why these are in here. And yes, these are going in the bin. More tax discs, more tax disc holder. That was actually a video when it fell off. Man card. This document certifies the bearer to be a man's man, rugged, handsome, and chock full of testosterone. The bearer will have proven himself through feats of valour, strength, recklessness, stupidity, or by having excessive chest hair. The bearer will not disgrace the rank of manhood through any effeminate action. At the time that was made, it was probably more of an acceptable joke. These are some free cups of tea cards left over from one of the big meets, courtesy of Wii Moto Vlog. They basically supplied a load of free cups of tea to people, and these were just like tokens to get those free cups of tea. And they bought so many cups of tea they didn't all get drunk, so there was a few cards left over and I kept a few as a memento. That's a Bennett's key tag I got from when I went to the Brighton burn-up. There is a little paper mache helmet I made for the Crow in the Crow Steals Motorcycle video. Yes, these are all things. the very famous cup from English Tea and from like How to Drink Tea on Your Motorcycle or whatever it was called. Again, that was related to the Cecil ones. And the Independence Day and 4th of July and stuff like that. If you search Spicy 110 4th of July, it'll probably come up. But yeah, of course, I don't have the saucer anymore. Can anyone say why? This is a very badly bent key to a Yamaha. And I was sent this by a subscriber. This key got like this because he crashed his bike that badly. That's what. And he sent it to me, and I can't remember why he sent it to me, but if someone sends me the key to their crashed bike, well, I'm going to throw it away. So it's in the box of mementos next to Betty's original key, which is twisted as well. Don't know if that was twisted in the crash or not, though. The hens. But where... Oh, God, my lighting's not great in here, sorry. My other light died and I haven't got it charged up. Beware of the hens. Now, you're going to have to really apologise. Well, I'm going to have to apologise here. I cannot remember who started this, but this was kind of the beginning idea of sending the nuts around. Somebody, and I'm really sorry I can't remember your name, sent this out, and then it got passed from person to person to person to person down the country until eventually it got to me. Yeah, so I still have it. Beware of the hens. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the names, as I say, it's been a very long time. There is a ball that I cut, clearly, off the end of a lever. Don't do that. Don't. Just get proper short levers with the balls. The balls are there for a reason. I have 2 awards from Lex Moto. Spicy 110, Top YouTuber 2016, as voted for by Lex Moto Riders. Spicy 110, Top Instagram Poster 2016, as voted for by Lex Moto Riders. The reason why I won both of these, to my understanding, is because virtually no one voted for anyone else or something like that. It was kind of farcical, but, you know, yes. That is the original Cecil pipe. Dare I try it out? Oh, the Britishness is coming back instantly. Bloody right. No, it's a powerful thing. The shark. This has actually been used in multiple videos. This was used in, there was a drift review I did that this was used in. Is this the same shark that I used in... I think, yeah, it is. This is also the shark that I used in Great White Finally Caught on the South Coast. Yeah. These are all videos again. Okay, here is a... Oh, man. It's the thumb support I had to wear for an awful long time after they reattached, like, the insides of my thumb. Oh, man, that was uncomfortable to wear that all the time. Continuing on, this gets better and better. Okay, so here is a stone that says... Are you going to focus? Thank you for 200 subscribers. 14th of November, 2011. And there's another one. 4,000 subscribers. And people used to say, like, we gained subscribers so much faster back in the day. That's actually not as good as I'm just doing on average now. And things aren't going nearly as well as they were back then in ways. Because it really was a different time in motovlogging then. Everything was different. How many people there were around, like... When I first started, there was literally a couple of people in this country that were doing it. There was a few people in America. Companies would laugh in your face if you even went to them and asked them for like a bike loan or something like that. I think that's a Jessie key. 1 million little yellow ducks. Now, I actually don't think these have any relevance. I think these things just got everywhere at some point. I ended up throwing them in here. Unless you can remember something with a load of yellow ducks. I don't remember that one myself. Oh God, there's more of them. Right, we've got Ulla XJ6 loan bike. This is the tag from when the XJ6 Divi was a loan bike and not my bike when I bought it. And thank God I did, because look how bad the DR's been anyway. If it hadn't been for you guys helping me out on that happening, I think the DR wouldn't be here now. So I think it probably proved to be a very good move. Brighton Beach, 2nd of the 4th, 2012. I did that. I got that when I was with Furious. I do this with stones sometimes, just like put a date on it from the place, and then it's like a thing to remind you of that. It's like it sparks something in your brain. This one, however, says 031012 Hayling Bay, and I don't know why I have it. This is a piece of wood that has spicy carved into it. And I can't remember why. I feel like someone did this when on the beach. We're like, I've left something for you. And it literally was my name scratched into a piece of wood. But it's a thing. The monocle. But it's got no lens in it. I hope it's in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, we're getting near the bottom of the bucket, but there's lots of things in here still. That's another piece of Betty. That's a wrist strap from the Kite Surfing Armada 2014, and I didn't go to that, which means I must have found that in a beach video. As I guess is the same for this Grolsch lid, which we used to use as key chains back in the day when we were younger. There's another free cup of tea. That is the fuel cap to that abandoned husk of a jet ski I found in a video called like Most Random Find. Yeah, I still have that. There is a spoon from the English tea video. There is some brake pads which got all of their money's worth out of them. That's from Betty. That was a reminder of, yeah, you have to check these things. These are some heel plates to my old Icon Elsinore boots that are rusty, but I'm not surprised because I used to walk around on the beach with them. That is a stripped out wheel nut that I think I found on the road once, and I don't know how it's ended up in this box, other than the thought that those sorts of things go around on the road. A lever that's from Betty as well. I think this is one of the original ones that before, when it's quite scratched up and stuff. That's probably from one of the early videos, like the Kraken 81 turnaround competition thing, figure eight competition that I crashed in. Someone made me this and I cannot remember who. This clips on the front of my bike, and it was a pipe holder for my pipe, so I didn't drop it. So I imagine most of the people watching this are just like, what? And about 6 people are like, oh my god, this is amazing. Alright, maybe 2 people and I'm one of them. Betty's timing chain. I kept that as a little memento of the bike, as well as its face, which is up there. And the bar ends, I kept those as well. Again, don't know why. That's a side stand pivot bolt. I don't know why I have that. I don't know why that's in there. That's a dust cap. Don't know why that's in there. That's the other brake pad. Oh, it's even worse. It's actually worse. Some washers. Oh, wait, what does that say? Icon Motorsport. So that's from my original Icon. We have a, sorry, which way round is it? I think it's that way. I'm probably going to get ousted at this point, because I know it was in the video upside down. This was the video, the English tea video. This is some of the tassels from when Derek became very, very pretty and had windmills on him and horns and all sorts for one of the meets. Like the windmills were on the handlebars so they'd spin as I went along. It was a brilliantly funny video. You just look up the Sausage Fest videos for that. Then there's some ball bearings, a rubber duck and another ball end off lever. But the ball bearings I think relate to this bearing here, which is absolutely disintegrated. And this was the reason my original engine in my Pulse Adrenaline broke. And I had to replace the entire engine. The garage thought it was a clutch actuation pin, but it was actually cheaper to buy an entire new engine and have that put in than it was to split this one to find out what's wrong with it. And had they done it, it would have been one bearing. But yeah, it was like a couple of thousand miles on it, and that absolutely just disintegrated. I knew that that sort of thing could happen when I bought that bike. But still, even though that happened, and I had all the problems I had along the way, it was so cheap to start with. And I actually ended up, what did I end up doing with that engine? I ended up making several videos out of it, which are some of my most viewed videos, and then I broke it into pieces and turned it into clocks and sold it for more than it cost originally. Combined. So, you know, we are down to the last 3 things. I believe, yes, 2 videos running I had to do this. I have a stick here, and I mean a literal stick. And it says, 500 subs, 23rd of the 2nd, 2012. This was, I was trying to use a bar mount on my handlebars, and it was too big for where I wanted it, so I just shoved a stick in there and clamped that down, down on top of the stick. Worked perfectly, and that's a trick I'll say to anyone. If you're out on location filming something, and you have mounts and you find it just doesn't fit, the tube's too small, find some pieces of wood. They won't mar surfaces or damage surfaces, and they give a little bit if it's green wood, and they'll actually hold really nicely. And I think I had to do the exact same thing for my 1,000 subs one, because there is a stick that says 1,000 subs on it, but I didn't put a date on it, so who knows. And finally, the last thing in the box. Jesus Christ. It's crikey. It's the mother snake. Snakes on a bike. Was it called Snakes on a Bike? There was a video from back in the day I made called, I think it was Snakes on a Bike. This was the only snake I had to film that video. Every snake you saw in that video was this one, which may not surprise you, but there was an awful lot of reuse. Honestly, small objects like that can really spark the memories and make it feel like it was yesterday. I mean, I have a very good memory for things like that anyway, but like it really does spark into remembering like where I was at the time, what I was doing, and it's kind of incredible to think of the journey that this channel's gone on, and the fact that I am actually on the doorstep of 100,000 subscribers. It's like 3,500 away. Someone in fact commented on one of my 4,000 subscriber special video. It was like, yeah, look, now you're nearer to 100,000. I was thinking, I'm actually now closer to 100,000 than how many subscribers I had then. It's like, yeah, it is kind of mental. Of course, it is with thanks to my audience, the people that have been part of, will have made this channel what it is. Those 100,000 people are 100,000 people that watched the videos and enjoyed them. Well, they're not 100,000 yet. Maybe you'll add to that 100,000 goal by subscribing now if you're not subscribed. Especially if you've been watching me for a long time. Just click it, please. I'd appreciate it. I think it is important to look back a little bit and, you know, see where you come from, because the goalposts that you set yourself in the early days were like, you would have been, I was so happy, and people are so happy to get their first couple of 100 subscribers. And over time, you know, it becomes less important. And of course, that's natural for it to happen, but especially when you've been doing this for 10 years, made nearly, what was it, 1,900 videos, which averages out at one video every 2.2 days for 10 plus years. I think that's a pretty good achievement for a one-man band. So yeah, it's kind of weird to look through stuff like that from such early days and now be like, I'm actually quite close to it happening. The only real difference, of course, well, I mean, early YouTube subscribers meant something, and that was one of the reasons why it was so important. It doesn't mean anything anymore. You know, the subscription system just doesn't work. And I know some people are like, well, it seems to work for me. I have nearly 100,000 subscribers and my videos get a couple of thousand views. On average, if that was on people's subscription feeds, it would get more than that. Otherwise, they just wouldn't continue to be subscribed. Like, I don't know how it... But anyway, the only difference it's going to be to me when I hit 100,000 is I'll be able to get that play button and I'll be able to stick it up on the wall and I'll be able to just say when I'm older than I already am, that's a thing I did. It's a achievement. It is a thing. It is a talisman, a token of something that only people who have achieved that thing can get. Sure, you can get fake ones for like 20 quid on eBay or something like that, and they look absolutely fantastic from what I've heard. However, I want a real one as a sign of making that achievement. And that's all it's going to be. I'm not chasing numbers. I haven't chased numbers for years. But obviously when you've got the 100,000 goal and that token to receive, of course you want to go for that one. But yeah, once I hit 100,000, I just won't care about subscriber count at all, really. I don't think. It's more important who's watching my videos, who's interacting with them, who I'm getting to know, talk to, and the difference I'm making to you guys. One of the things I've been asked is, what are you going to do for your 100,000 subscriber video? Are you going to do a compilation of all the last 10 years videos? And it's like, I have 1,800 plus videos. I can't sum this channel up in a couple of minute edit. And most people who watch it won't even recognise any of it because it goes so far back. So I actually do have an idea. When I hit 100,000 subscribers, what I want to do is I want to make a video, maybe like this, you know, just having a sat down chat and just, you know, thanking you basically. But then what I'd like you to do is if you have been watching this channel a long time, and if I've helped you with anything, you know, like helping you get a bike or anything like that, I'd like people to leave a comment, because I think the most valuable thing out of a channel is not 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, not views or money. It's what difference did it make to you? And I've had tens, if not hundreds of messages on some very serious stuff that people credit me for helping them with, which I think is just absolutely incredible, and just, you know, that just blows everything else out of the water. Helping people get through stuff. Old subscribers of mine know that, you know, I have my own stuff to deal with in my head, and it's not really any better than it used to be. More, I just know how to deal with it slightly better, or at least don't let it affect me so much. But yeah, that you know, and then of course getting people on two wheels, like the playlists have got hundreds of people onto the road on motorcycles. I think there's a lot of people that credit me for helping them or encouraging them to get onto a motorcycle, and it's those little stories that I think are far more valuable than any aggrandizing or anything that I ever did. That one person that's like, you helped me find bikes and bikes changed my life, that is worth more than every video I've ever made. So I don't want to, you know, aggrandize me just running down the road screaming cheese names at someone when there's more important things there. So that's what I want to say. I want to make that video and then get people to comment in the comments section, like their story is, like what's your story with this channel? This is my story, but you interact with this channel, and I want to know, like, what's your story with this channel? Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, as I say, this dive down memory lane. And if you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, help us get to 100k. And if you'd like to help support this channel, and I'm very appreciative to the people that do, because it is like 0.3% of the audience that actually make this channel possible, on Patreon, thank you very much. Until the next one, bye-bye.